Respected audience, this is Noshab Ali Khan, attorney at law, agent faculty law. Pronunciation guide or mastering received pronunciation are the topics of our discussion. This is the last part, and that is part number 4, wherein in part 1, being professionals, I have discussed that this is our key responsibility to interpret the precedents in an accurate manner. And for that purpose, we need to make ourselves well versed with the legal terminology used in the precedents. This is the constitutional obligation on one hand. On the other hand, this is the part and parcel of our legal parlance. In the second part, we have discussed that there are symbols used to represent letters of English alphabet. Those symbols are known as international phonetic alphabets. In part 3, we have discussed each and every symbol, and I have quoted examples for each symbol of the keywords actually in order to make the sound more familiar. For instance, if the sound was I, the example was in diet or cry or dive, or if the symbol was J, the example was joy, bridge, and gigantic. Now, so far, we have reached to this point that learning international phonetic alphabets can help us to pronounce the entries of the dictionary in received pronunciation, which is the standard accent, and which is, of course, used in legal parlance. Now, being lawyers, judges, law officers, public prosecutors, or while serving as the court associates or being secretaries to the judges, our role is to use English in a manner which is recognized worldwide, because our reported cases are having reference in countries like India, in countries like England, and there are judgments rendered by our worthy judges, which are quoted as international precedents. So, in my humble view, being the part of legal fraternity, we should make all possible endeavor to acquire this skill, because being non-native speakers of English language, there is no other recourse, there is no other possibility to acquire this language. Since English is the lingua franca, and this is the language which can bridge the gap between the nations. And gradually, in this global village, now countries like China, countries like Russia, and all other countries, they're getting closer. And the employment opportunities are enhancing day by day. In order to tap those employment opportunities, we need to make ourselves well versed with this lingua franca of the world, and that is the English language. Now, let's move on to acquiring the legal terminology for the sake of understanding the precedents, for the sake of using this language in an accurate manner. The first term, or the legal term I have selected, is prima facie. Now, this very term, prima facie, if you look at the transcription given next to the word or term, that is prima facie, the symbols, especially if I focus on the key symbols, are I, which occurs in dive, cry, and mind. So it is prima, 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 and then comes facie. After first sound, there comes a, occurs in say, main, and wait. And then after a, there comes sh, occurs in ship and wish. So it is prima facie. This word is recently used in PLD 2022 Lahore, page 61, and the ratio of the judgment was the contention of the learned counsel for the petitioner that the conduct of the government functionaries smacks of malice is prima facie not founded. The next term is mean profit. MESNE, mean. Sound is disappearing sound. So it is m, e, and n. E is a symbol that occurs in feed, me, and beat. So it is mean profit. And this very, in fact, term was recently used in 2023 YLR page 414 Sindh. Tenement would remain in occupation of appellant, and respondent may recover rental outstanding and not mean profit. Now, the next term I have selected for reference is in fact term number 3, that is sub judice. Sub judice is very commonly used in civil law practice, and if we look at the given next to the key term, that is sub ju. Now this symbol j occurs in joy and bridge, u occurs in you, use, and choose. Subjudice is the received pronunciation. I'll skip now the citations where these terms were recently used. Now, term number 4 is vis-a-vis. Vis-a-vis is in fact in the first syllable, the z sound is pronounced vis a v. In the second part, that is syllable a, occurs in heart, start, and calm. So vis a v is the transcription or the right pronunciation of the term used. Now, number 5 is ex parte. Ex parte, after ter sound, there comes a, which occurs in say, main, and wait. So ex parte, ex parte. And this is recently used in 2023 Supreme Court Monthly Review, page 1118. Then comes in diet. In diet, after the sound, there comes I, the sound of the symbol. So this occurs in dive, cry, and mind. This also occurs in words like gigantic after j sound. Then comes impugn. Impugn is the term recently used in CR number 174 of 2017, a recent judgment rendered by Honorable Lahore High Court, Lahore. And the best part is that I have just given here the reference which can take you to the bulletin of High Court, wherein latest judgments and their synopses are reproduced by the research center, and you can approach the synopsis of key judgments, and this very word impugn is used in that citation. Next comes adjourn, and this, in fact, after j sound, there comes occurs in turn, third, and word. So it is adjourn. Then comes number 9, it is quasi. Quasi is in fact after v, it is a, occurs in say, main, and wait. And after Z sound, there comes I, occurs in dive, cry, and mind. Resultantly, we will pronounce it as quasi, quasi. And then comes ratio, ratio decidendi, ratio decidendi. Now, ratio, why this is ratio? Because after r, there comes a, ray. This is the first syllable. She occurs in ship. So after ray, it is she, and then o occurs in note, quote, etc. So it is ratio, ratio, and ratio decidendi of the judgment. Let's move on to number 11. And number 11 is adjudicate. Number 12 is adjourn. And of course, an adjournment is the noun. Then apropos. Apropos means with reference to, with regards to. Apropos. It is used recently by the Federal Shariat Court in its judgment, apropos. And then comes locus standi. Locus standi. This is standi because after the sound there comes I, which occurs in dive, cry, and mind. Next, number 15 is qua. After v, there comes a, occurs in heart, start, and calm. Then comes obiter dictum. Obiter dictum is the next term. And number 17 is statutory. It is statutory. It is statutory. 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 After sta, there is ch. Ch occurs in cheap and which. Ch. So it is statutory, statutory ground, statutory body, etc. Then appellant is the next one, and applet is number 19. And then comes the last page of a few selected legal terms or terminology. It is per se. Per se is, as I said earlier, that if you go to the Research Center of Lahore High Court's tab, you will find fortnightly bulletin. So this is, in fact, you can access to this citation while clicking on this address, and this is how you can read the whole judgment per se. And last is obiter dictum. Obiter dictum, and this is used in PLD 2004 Supreme Court, page 600. Ratio decidendi is contrasted with an obiter dictum, or that part of the judgment which consists of the expression of the judge's opinion on a point of law which is not directly raised by the issue between the litigants. Obiter dicta are often valuable, though not binding, statement of law. So these are the few terms used in certain precedents, and their clear understanding and right pronunciation can help us to use these words in legal parlance with absolute confidence. And the source is now available with us, and that is the mobile phone. We can access anytime. Just go to Google and type the word with the word meaning. So when you will type it, you will directly reach to the, in fact, to the page of the dictionary where the word and transcription is given. And this is of great veneration to mention that one of the venerated judge of Honorable Lahore High Court, Lahore, among the senior most judges, Mr. Justice Shujat Ali Khan, was pleased to give foreword for this guide. And I'd like to read last 3 lines of his foreword for this guide, and he was pleased to state that Mr. Noshab Ali Khan has devised an excellent approach to a very difficult and unresolved aspect of legal parlance. I wish all the very best. So I must say that for this guide, as I earlier emphasized, that we being non-native speakers of English language, we are in desperate need to develop this skill in order to pronounce English terms used in legal parlance in an accurate manner. With these words, I wish you all the very best. Thank you.